forgot about this. Hello and welcome. You join me, ADG. Let me just set up my camera, something like so you can see my steering wheel. I've moved everything since last time. Well prepared as ever. Do bear with me. Professionalism overwhelms me. Where am I? Still can't place the out. Can you get my wheel in there? Can I get my wheel in there? There we go. There we go. Can you see me? Kind of. Right. Can you? Can you? I need to move a few things. Bear with me. You've come to watch some racing and all you see is me messing about with a camera I can't get in the right position. Move my keyboard. Where's my keyboard gonna go? Go down there. I will get to a bit of racing sometime today. There we go. Right, so you can't really see me, but not that important really. You don't need to see my beautiful face. There we go, that's a bit better. Have a haircut. Right. So I've already had a little go at this, so I've learnt the track a little bit because it's a long time since I've been in Zolder. So here we are on Assetto Corsa. I'm ADG and welcome. I'm about to do a couple of practice sessions, or at least one practice session, 2 qualifying sessions and 2 races, 2 20-minute races. I've set up the career mode to be short duration because I think if you put it on long, I think the races are 3 hours each, I think. Well, they're certainly long races, so I've put it on short so the races are only 20 minutes long, otherwise I'm in for a hell of a race every time I jump on this game. 20 minutes is still a reasonable amount of time. So I'm yet to really venture into the setups in this game. I've picked the Bentley Continental GT3 for my championship campaign. I really like the way it drives compared to some of the other cars that I've driven. Quite simple, dare I say it. Quite easy to get the hang of, even though it's a heavy, big car. Anyway, without much further ado, I'm going to hit drive. I've put the setup onto aggressive. Change the camera angle up because it seems to put me on bonnet cam all the time now. And away we go. So start the engine up, manual start, which has taken me a while to figure out how to do it. So I finally sussed out how to start the car properly. So we go for our first outlap in practice. Zolder track I'm getting to grips with. I've played on other games, but it's been a long time since I've revisited it, so I've kind of got to get used to the track again. And exactly where to brake and all the rest of it, the turning points, everything that learning a new track takes. Most importantly, the braking points for the slow corners. Since it's quite a slow chicane, it's really quite bumpy if you take too much curb, as I've just done there. Just about the amount that you can get away with, any more than that and I think you lose your lap. Just taking it steady on this opening lap. I'm only on my out lap, just trying to warm the tyres up, get everything up to temperature. Does actually make a difference in this game. So the main thing I picked up from my short amount of time of playing Assetto Corsa so far is the braking's quite different to what I compare it to is Gran Turismo Sport basically. I know they're a completely different type of game, but that's the game I've been playing a lot of before I jumped on Assetto Corsa, so that's my main comparison really. So the force feedback of the physics are in a world of their own on this compared to Gran Turismo Sport, but the way that the braking feels and stuff like that is still quite comparable in my opinion. Missing the apex by a mile there into T1. On to our first blind lap now. Just got to be careful not to chuck in the car too aggressively, because as soon as you have a little moment of oversteer, it's really difficult to catch. And if you overcorrect it the other way, then you're spinning off into the barriers. It's really a case of trying not to lose the car whatsoever. It is catchable, you can catch it if you're fast enough, but really on this game you want to try and keep it nice and calm, nice and controlled at all times, and just make sure that you do fully have the car under control before you chuck it into a corner, otherwise it's going to go badly wrong very quickly. Getting back on the power as well. You can do have traction control, but you can alter it, so I've got it set on 3 out of 8. There's 8 settings you can possibly have on the Bentley Continental, and I've got it on 3 at the moment, so slight bit of traction control kicking in, helping me out a little bit, but still got to be cautious not to just plant my foot on the corner exits. Still got to build the power. If you want to have a look at the bottom right, I think it is, it shows my throttle trace and brake trace. Input at the bottom there on the green bar is my throttle, so you'll see I'll be slowly easing it on through certain corners. Some corners you can plant it a little bit faster, but other corners you've really got to build the power rather than just planting your foot, especially when you've got the wheels loaded up quite heavily. I really like this corner, it's just a little tab of brake, roll it in, run a little bit wide on exit there, but nothing too drastic. So I've been playing this game for about a week now. I've probably had about 6 hours at it altogether, but I haven't actually done much racing. I've done more time trial efforts more than racing so far. So this is going to be my first real effort at a proper race. And since it's my career now, I want to actually try and do well. So we'll see how we can go in qualifying, which will obviously be important. Right down into first gear, we'll cut the apex a little bit too much. So we definitely brake a little bit later there and go a little bit deeper into there, cut back to the apex rather than cutting across the apex like I just did. Bit of oversteer on the last corner exit there. Again,
session is now over.
That was oversteer, that was even with being gentle with the throttle as well. So even with the traction control on it, it isn't a get out of jail free card. It doesn't mean that you can just get away with doing whatever you want with the throttle. It still can bite you if you get too carried away. Anyway, race session over, so we'll finish that. So what's the next one? So that was free practice. Let's jump into qualifying. Just going to finish my morning smoke. So because I've spent a little bit of time getting used to this track, that felt alright. Obviously if I didn't know Zolder, that would have been a lot more difficult than it was. So roughly know where to brake. I can still gain a lot of time though, I know I can. I'm braking early really for the corners if anything. I've got the pit limiter on automatic because it's one of those things that always catches me out on F1 and other games that play project cars. You don't have the pit limiter on. In fact, I got disqualified the other week from a project cars race because I didn't have the pit limiter button set up, and I ended up speeding in the pits and got disqualified from the race. So yeah, I thought I'd just put it on automatic on this game. Save me the heartache of getting it wrong at some point. So I really want to work on this chicane, I really want to push through that chicane, but obviously, as you saw there, unsettled the car quite drastically if you take too much of a socket curve, which is right on the inside. You see a good little section of corners. Whoa, a little bit deep through the second one. Short shift here to keep the traction and keep planted on the throttle. and then using the 100 marker boards up to the left hand side above the track a little bit for the braking point for the tight right hand hairpin. And again, there's a 100 board just on the right hand side before you get to the little advertising banner above the track, using that as the braking marker into that one, the last chicane. So here we go, this is our first flying lap in qualifying. Let's see how we can do. A little bit of oversteer to balance out through the exit there. Just able to do it with the throttle rather than having to steer my way out of it really. That was a better line, but slow into there that time. Anyway, we'll see at the end of the lap where we've come. Certainly not the best lap, certainly a few improvements could have been made already, but it's not too bad. Keeping in second gear on the exit this time out of there. I was in first last time, felt like the rear end wanted to kick on me a little bit, so going up a gear just to keep the revs down and use the torque of the engine. Into the slow right hander. Oh, bad exit. I just carried a little bit too much speed at the apex and it ran me wider, a little bit of understeer on the exit, so just waiting a little bit longer than I should have done to get back on the power. Through the last chicane now. Trickiest corner on the track is almost the last corner. It's so easy to lose the rear through there. So that's got me pole position at the moment, provisional pole. I can't believe that's a pole lap. I'm going to have to turn the AI up. That didn't seem like the quickest of laps to be able to get pole position anyway. Saying that, this Bentley I've noticed is considerably quicker than some of the other cars that you can pick. I've done Next Gen Racing's time trial event that they're running at the moment around Bathurst, and I did it in a fair few cars. You can do it in any car. I tried it just basically trying to get the fastest lap time you can with certain settings on at Bathurst. I tried it in various cars. One of my favourites for the way it drove was actually the McLaren, but it wasn't, I just couldn't quite get the lap times out of it. And then I jumped in the Bentley and all of a sudden it seemed quite easy and the lap time started coming. So it just seems like, to me anyway, my initial impressions, I still haven't driven all the cars, but to me it's my my new favourite car on this game is this Bentley. It feels really good, really stable, even without going massively into the setup side of things. Just with the aggressive setup on, it feels really quite stable. And yeah, I really like it. And you can you're able to get the lap times out of it. See if that's any improvement. I don't think it is. I think I did improve a little bit there. Took my eyes off the bloody road for a second and I crashed. Oh right. Right, I thought that was session over, but I think I could have got another lap in. Right. That's me new to the game, not understanding it. So I thought that timer at the top, I didn't really look at the actual time. I thought that was telling me the session was over, but it's not. It's saying that I've got 2 minutes 24, so I'm guessing I could have finished this lap that I'm on now. Oh well, so I've lost a lap, but luckily I managed to get a good lap in earlier on. Oh god, that's not what you want to be doing over there. So yeah, I had a go at this yesterday. I didn't stream it or anything, but I had a go at this yesterday and was racing away. Got through qualifying, so I've had a bit of practice on this track by doing that as well. I got through qualified in 4th, so I've outdone myself today in first. I qualified in 4th for the first race, and then halfway around the 4th lap, I think it was, I hit too much curve through one of the corners and it flipped me upside down. It was just a bit of a glitch in the game. Well, it must have been because it's not how the car would have reacted in real life. But yeah, I took a bit too much curve like that and it flipped my car upside down. So I just turned my PlayStation off, thought, oh, well, I recorded it, I made a little video of it, then turned my PlayStation off and thought I'll have a go tomorrow.
Session is over.
So there we go, I do hold pole position in the end as well, which is quite a surprise. So we've got a second qualifying session for the second race as well, so I will do that and hopefully do as well as I did there. Just having a quick look at the sector times, a little bit quicker than the guys behind me through the first sector. A lot of time gained up in the second two sectors really. So yeah, again, the Bentley, the Bentley quite achievable to get the pace out of. Oh, excuse me. So, tell you what, I'll actually get my phone on as well. If you fancy sending me a comment at all, feel free. Just a lazy Saturday morning stream, nothing professional going on here, just having a bit of fun. Thought I'd make a little stream out of it, a little video. People might end up watching it if I actually put a link to it, put it up on Facebook. Bear with me for 2 seconds whilst I just do this. I will be right back with qualifying session 2. Right, I'm ready. I am ready. Oh, yeah. I thought I just signed up to something then. Just waiting for my phone to load. Come on. It's really slow at the moment, my phone. Right, anyway. Let's get on with it.
Go, go, go. Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
So I'm not sure if that normally happens, but I haven't really been paying that much attention to the tyres, but I've got completely cold tyres, so I'll have to be really careful on this outlap and get them nice and warm as well. Heavy braking to try and get some heat into them straight away. Try and get some heat in them. Otherwise I've got no chance of getting a fast lap in and braking where I want to brake. Loads of understeer. Try and get those fronts warmed up. Scrub them as much as possible. Turning too much again, get loads of understeer. Actually want the understeer, there we go, we've got front left warm. Can we get the overtake done? This guy looks really slow in front. Don't really want him in front to hinder my qualifying. There we go, got past him. So, going towards the end of that lap. Let's try and get another good qualifying under our belts. Should have maybe come out of the last corner in first gear there, bogged down a little bit in second. With the TC on 3. Oh, missing the apex, drifting out a little bit wide. Again, missing the apex, not braking enough, trying to carry the speed rather than brake heavily, and just carrying a little bit too much through the first 2 corners. Bouncing over the second bit of the chicane. Not the ideal line, but you can get away with it, just about. Oh, I let off the brakes a little bit early then, trail braking in, but I did it a little bit too early. I'm not quite as comfortable on this lap as last time. Done it again, gone a little bit deep. Only a touch, might not look like it, but it felt like it. So where's that put us? Don't really want to, so it's first. I can't believe that's a poor lap again. I need to turn this AI up, I think. It seemed really hard to get anywhere near the AI when I first played it a week ago, but it seems pretty possible now, especially my Bentley. Lost the rear a little bit through there, but controlled it quite nicely, if I do say so myself. Carry a lot of speed into there. Look at that on the exit compared to the R8 in front. Can I get down the inside?
Clear on the right.
Nope. All down with teammates doing Barry Scott of Sillet Band Firm. You get to pick your teammates, so I've gone pick Barry Scott. You get to make up the names. I'm a bit weird like that. I've gone for Phyllis von Winklebottom as my second one, which I thought was a funny name, and then I looked at the rest of the names and it actually kind of suits. There's another Winkle something or other in there with all the real world drivers' names in it. So this is my last lap. Coming over the line now.
Session is over.
Well, it shows a little bit of practice yesterday's paid off today, because I didn't do that well in qualifying. So I've got 2 pole positions, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing in my first career race. Good thing to be at the front, because I'm no doubt going to make mistakes and then I'm going to have a load of pressure from behind. Anyway, on to race 1, 20-minute races. So I've got 2 races to do. Maths is pretty simple, 40 minutes of racing. Real race, so a nice little trophy I've just earned, whatever the hell that is. Oh, I'm waiting for it to start, I just need to press it. Right, just make sure my setup's the same, which isn't anything special, just gone on the aggressive setup. Yet to do any setup work in this game yet. Oh, I get to lead the field away. I haven't done this yet. Oh, this will be good. How do I know when to go? Do I go now? So I can kind of back everyone up here. Everyone's got to wait for me. I went too early, right, so I've got to wait till the line.
Green line, go, go, go.
Oh, lots of lesson learned, and how to do a start now. I didn't do it right, but I've learned for the next time. So I tried launching it too early and it ruined my whole strategy. So I've got warm tyres, should be able to push from the start here. I love this game, it feels absolutely awesome on the wheel, using the Commentator CSL. Before 3 mistakes into there, I touched the grass on the way in and then I bumped over both of the curves of the chicane. Nice and steady on this opening lap, just want to get around. Got quite a gap behind me as well, so this could be good. I need to change the AI though, I don't want to be winning my first race really. I want to be challenging for 15s. Make it realistic. I ain't got it set that low at the same time though. I can't remember what it is, but it's not on like 10. Really got to be careful with the throttle on that last corner.
Fastest lap on the race so far.
I never quite used all the road on that first corner. I think there's still time to be gained if I actually use those. Ooh, that was nearly a big mistake. If I actually use all the track in that first corner, there's definitely time to be gained. I love that corner. Good sweeping right-hander, fast as well. That, if anything, is how I want to do it. I want to cut the first one and avoid the second one altogether. Short shift. I can just keep my foot down all the way through there. All the way down here then. Instead of having to feather it. Heavy braking into first gear. That's another thing I like about this Bentley. You actually use first gear. I don't know if it's like I say, I haven't driven that many cars yet or spent that much time in them. So I'm not sure if every car's similar with the gearing characteristics, because I've noticed in the setup you can't actually change any of the engine settings or anything like that. You can change the ECU, which I'm not sure what it actually does. Obviously it alters something to do with the computer in the car. It's probably the throttle map or something, I'm not sure. I'll have to read into it. Anyway, I digress. A comment. Oh, can't quite read that yet. No, it's not going into this corner anyway. Oh, morning mate, how's it going? Are you good? Good way to start the day, a bit of a setup course. Used to be Dirt Rally 2. One hell of a way to wake up is playing Dirt Rally 2 first thing in the morning. Short shifting again, just getting using the torque of the engine rather than the highest of revs. I'm not bad at all, thank you, not bad. A little bit tired, I woke up early, go and get my hair cut, but all good. So what's the map? I'm not sure how long's left, and I have to save my tyres as well. Oh god. Going ultra cautious now. Feel like I've lost my rhythm a little bit. Try and regain it. I'm going to shut up for a minute or two as well and actually do a few, hopefully, faster laps. Actually push a little bit. Ignore that gear. Those that are keen-eyed amongst you might have noticed I was in the wrong gear coming out of that corner. A little bit wide, didn't even see the apex then. That corner gets me every time. No. Oh, experimenting with, alright, I need to just take the first corner like I was before. Even though I'm not taking as fast as I can. My experimentations aren't working out for me, so just stick to what I know. Trying to gain a bit more time through there by taking a different line where it's not working. No, I'm on the grass, I'm going to spin the other way now. Oh, that barrier saved me. Oh, stalled. Start. My wipers are going. Come on. Oh, I can't start my car. There we go. No, I'm going to carry on. How do I stop my wipers? There we go, stop my wipers. Where am I? 11. Ooh. Alright, now I've got a race on. Again, didn't even know that I stalled, so I'm just not familiar enough with this game yet. I could have got started a little bit quicker than I did then. I think I have to go into neutral. I was still in first gear then trying to start the car. I think I've got to go back into neutral and then start it again. Anyway, down the inside of whoever that unfortunate fellow was in the Audi R8. Someone either massively overshooting or I'm guessing going for a pit stop. Do I have to stop? And do I have to... Oh god. Oh, no. Right. Better concentrate a bit because I'm bloody losing it. Too far over the curb. Been given a warning.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Thought I was going to hit him then, so I stayed to the inside just to give myself a little bit more room, but I should have actually had a bit of confidence, known that I was. Why is everyone pitting? I'm guessing I've got to do a pit stop at some point. I forgot what I was saying now as well, distracted myself. First corner does me. Get through it, but I'm certainly not fast through it. Oh god. Come on. Alright, get back into it.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
I'm in second again now because of the pit stops as well, so... I don't know what I want to change. Do I need to put fuel on? I'm not sure. I don't know where I'm looking. Is anyone there in chat? Keep it straight. Oh, that was late. I knew I'd done it straight away. I just kept it straight so I could just keep it braking as heavy as possible. Oh, nearly overshot that. Where's my limiter power? Right, what the hell have I got to do here? Change tyres. Oh my god. I have no idea. Do I need fuel? What? Yeah. This is not the way to find out how to do a pit stop. Oh my god, 30 seconds? Really? Not that much you can actually change. You don't need fuel by the look of it, there's no fuel there. Oh, there is fuel to add. God knows. Start the guy might help.
Mandatory stop and start here. Come on,
I'm gonna start it again. Start! Fucking car, I'm gonna have to put that on automatic. Too mad in. I'm in 8th, 9th, 10th.
The pit window is closing there.
12th. What? Oh, it's all gone wrong. I've been disqualified for speeding in the pit lane. Well, as you can see, I don't have a clue what I'm doing when it comes to pit stops. Oh, as if. Nah, I'm going to take that as my first race. I'm actually going to just carry on. Or do I? Restart, I guess. Oh, I was more than halfway through then. Right, in that case, I'm going to go get myself a drink and then I'll be back. Right, let's try again. So, where do you do the pit stop setups then or whatever? Or do you not do any setup? Is it just like I did there? Right, I think I'll be able to manage it this time anyway. I kind of know what I'm doing now. Right, focus for this one and actually get a good race under my belt. Guy behind me nearly rammed me to tell me to go. Oh god, what? Damage? Not having that. Well, this is going well. No, it's a new game and everything, but these little new aspects to learn are actually my downfall. Starting my engine and these rolling starts.
Staying
there we go. Done it again.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Right, we're away. Here we go. Let's actually do some decent driving. Gently on the throttle through half throttle in it. Too much. Oh my god. Oh, oh dear. Right, my final restart. Whatever happens this time happens. Went surprisingly well the first time, turns out. Need to turn this music off, it's annoying.
Going double file.
Done it again. I really can't get the timing right for that. I need to learn that quickly.
Clear on the right.
Totally inside apex so no one can get through. No. Come on. I need to avoid stuff like that. Can't be doing that in a 20-minute race on lap 1. Oh, taking a bit too much grass. Sometimes you do really notice the traction control helping you out. There was one occasion where it really felt like I did just clap my foot and it actually helped me. Other occasions it doesn't really feel like it kicks in that much. Oh no, didn't even try and get around that corner then. Tried to keep the steering as straight as possible but didn't even turn enough. good track is this once I've got used to it. I really enjoy it now. Track I used to really like, but I'm playing it for a long time. Yeah, curbs are bad, but this Bentley seems to actually handle them quite well. Not too bad. Yeah, the pit stop is strange, as you might have just seen. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm hoping that it's as simple as I think it is and I can get it right next time. So even though I've got pit limiter on as well, I still ended up speeding in the pit lane somehow. So I think it must have been when I came in, I didn't brake enough to get slowed right down for the pit entry speed. Which is a bit of a shame, because I've got to go do it all again. Oh, turning a little bit too early there. No, no. Oh my god. All sorts of issues for them. Have I got what mapped to my buttons? Pit stop? No, I ain't got anything pit stop related mapped to my buttons. I ain't got that many buttons, to be honest. There's loads of options to map, and I've tried putting it onto a keyboard as well, so I could have a keyboard on the side of me and use that for a lot of the options and buttons, but that doesn't work either, so I haven't got the option to have everything set up as a button, which is rather annoying actually, because I would like everything. I've got like the main things like lights and wipers and stuff like that. I haven't even got traction, I can't change traction control. I haven't even got that set up so I can change it, which I would like actually. Like the and brake balance as well, and various other things I'd like to be able to change on the fly, but I ain't got again I ain't got enough buttons to be able to set it up unless I work out some way. I haven't really looked massively into it yet. That's no good, talking too much and missed the bloody corner altogether. Unless you know if you can get the keyboard working somehow, but there doesn't seem to be an option to like enable it or anything like that, and just trying to map the buttons onto it didn't work. It helps for pit stop. I'll have a look at that then, because I certainly don't want to be in that situation in too many. I've got the pit limiter set on automatic, if that's what you're on about, the pit limiter, so I don't need a button for that. I'm just trying to save myself a button. I didn't think I'd be a Bentley boy when I started playing this game, but I love this Bentley now. It's already growing on me. It's an awesome car. Feels awesome. Unless you put too much steering lock into it, it's pretty friendly with you as well. Right, get to the corner, get to the corner. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it. is a mandatory stop as well. So this is where I've got to slow down, somewhere around here. Where is it? I don't even need to really do anything, I just need to go into the box, I think. That's pretty much it. So you get some, better stay on this side just in case you get a penalty for that as well. Oh, got too far. Do I have to reverse? I do. Do I have to go forward again? Oh, how precise is it? Is that it? Come on! Oh, I don't like these pit stops. Are you going to do anything? What? What the hell's going on here? Oh, I've got to stop the engine, Oh, these pit stops are doing my head in. Completely ruining 2 races now. What am I missing? Yeah, well, if we got to press there, what are we going to do? Right. I'm going to stop now. What's going on here?
The class leader is in the pits.
Trying to find out what I'm meant to do here. It worked first time on that first race when I came in the pits. I just did my pit
Stay
stop.
away from curbs.
Stop the engine, right. Right. But I didn't do that first time. Ah, this is annoying. I'm just going to sacrifice this first race now.
You're halfway through. Keep pushing. Mandatory stop and start clear. Let's go, 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 go.
Well, I don't think I'm actually lapped either, am I? Oh yeah, I think I've been lapped. Well, it's a race ruiner if you don't get it right. Which is rather annoying. There you go. These things are set to testers. There's something new to learn. How to bloody complete a pit stop properly. You think it'd be easy, but no. They're the difficult things in racing. Getting the pit stops right. So I'm in 16th now, and I've got absolutely no chance of catching up, I don't think. Bit of oversteer. Come on. Let's put some fast laps in if nothing else now. Don't think I'll be seeing any other cars for a while. Outbraking myself a little bit. Ooh.
Losing pressure on the left rear.
Pressure loss. I wonder if that pressure loss is actually, it's like the full PSI down on the other side. That was shocking. I'm trying to look at all the stuff at the bottom now. I need to just focus.
The window is now closed.
Let's going back up, so it's not a puncture. Thought it might be a puncture, though. Right, so I'm getting blue flags here. Close enough for me to let him pass yet, really. I'll carry on until he gets a bit closer, if he does. Yeah, but they are hard, aren't they? Tyre pressure should be around 27.5, so I need to adjust them accordingly to get it around that when they're at this temperature, when they're at this stage. Then when they're nice and green. So about a PSI off, really. Need to up it one. Still feels pretty good though, the old Bentley. What I quite like about this game already in career mode anyway is you do that much practice and qualifying and everything, depending, well, it doesn't matter what mode you put it on, you still have to do quite a bit of practice. You actually really get to know the track really quite well. You're not just going on it for one race and then jumping off, you actually learn it properly, or I have done anyway in my case. Especially with the restarts. Getting those extra laps in. Second gear coming out of there this time, give me a bit more confidence.
Fastest lap of the race, man, good job.
Yeah. Got a little bit. Something that I've noticed about this game already that's just really satisfying doing laps on your own. You don't even have to be driving around in the race or in a convoy of cars trying to beat them. I know I'm actually in a race at the moment, but I'm pretty much driving around on my own and still enjoying it. It's still good. You don't get bored really. It's still pretty entertaining. Trying to beat your lap times and trying to go that little bit quicker, or just trying to nail that corner that little bit better, improve the lines or whatever it might be. So race 2, now I've learnt a little bit from this one, hopefully it'll go a little bit smoother as well. This is still race 1 of what I intended to be quite a short bit of racing, but it's taken me about an hour to do one race, an hour to do a 20-minute race. The other thing I've noticed about this game is unless there's actually like a braking board at the side of the track, it's quite difficult to actually pick out a braking marker. You've got to really reference something at the side of the track, which is a bit more realistic to real life as well, not having braking markers on every single corner. But like here, for example, there's a 100 marker, but there's not a lot else after it, so unless you use that 100 marker, you don't really have anything else to reference. Like there, I'm just getting around that corner, and where it goes straight again, that's where I start getting on the brakes. but there's no real exact point that I break every single time. Wrestling this car a little bit more now, feels good to do it as well, getting away with it a little bit. Oh no! Oh! No, I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm in 16th place, but I tried to keep it straight then because I thought if I put too much steering in whilst I was on the curve, I thought I'd lose the rear end. That's what I'd expect anyway. So I tried not to turn too much whilst I was on the curve. But I didn't turn enough to avoid the wall. Got to say that damage doesn't feel like it's made any difference at all. So it was quite a heavy smack to the front left. I don't know how these races work yet as well with regards to damage. I don't know if you carry your damage through to the second race or it gets repaired or what. Or there's a certain amount of time, a certain amount of damage they can repair, but if it's too much they can't, or I don't know how it works, so it'll be interesting to find out. Hopefully I don't have to, but someone tells me hopefully. Cool little catch. Got to be quick in these to catch it and keep it going in a straight line. Did you say final lap? It's music to my ears if it did. Don't know, have I gone through there once? I don't think I've gone through there once without properly bashing both of those curves. Sounds like you're absolutely damaging the car as well. It sounds like it's taking a real hit every time you do it. So I thought this game as well, there's something else I want to mention. I thought this game would be really hard, but it isn't that hard really. If you play other racing games, it's easy enough to get used to. It takes about 10 minutes, not like mega difficult or anything. Especially if you're used to driving without traction control and used to driving quite lively cars on the older Seto Corsa maybe in Project Cars 2. Just another game that feels similar to hers, but a bit better. There we go, anyway, finished. Have I? Oh, but still got to go around. I think the lead is finished. I'll go around just in case. Made enough mistakes in this race. missing that apex. Oh look, nice blue flare. Oh, that's cool. Fireworks in the background as well. Flash again, and I've actually finished my first career race right at the back after starting in pole position, but never mind that.
Alright,
Finished it in the end, looks good.
You did the best you could. I'll bring the car back.
Got there in the end. Right, race 2's going to be a lot better. But so pit stop. Got a brake so you don't speed in the pits. That means coming in. Pit limiter goes on automatically. Then got to stop in the box, turn the engine off, and make sure to stop in the box properly. And start the car before it's finished. And off we go. Right. Sounds easy enough.
Stay double file.
Race 2 then, here we go. Gotta get the start a bit better this time as well. Nope, still got it wrong. I don't get when you start, I go over the line. I'm aiming for the line and speeding up for the line. But slightly after it, I think. Which is weird. Because you think it'd be as you cross the line you'd start, but there you go. Oh god. Oh, I don't want to be on the grass. Morning GT Zolder. How's it going? Been having a few pit stops with issues with pit stops, Delhi. Get my words mixed up. A couple of room 2 races because of pit stops. Ooh, a little bit deep. Not good. Morning, Pete. No, just about caught it. I'm useless into that first corner, it's my nemesis on this track. I'm alright, I quite like the rest of the track. I like that first corner as well, but I just can't get it right. This is probably my favourite corner though. Awesome when you get it nailed. Oh, not like that though. Go ahead. Right, I don't know why, but I keep out braking myself into that corner, despite the fact that I feel like I'm braking at the same point that I have been the whole time. But I'm not sure why that is. I need to brake a little bit earlier into that downlet. Maybe I'm just not braking as much pressure, I don't know, but it seems like I'm braking at the same point and I just can't get it stopped.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job.
That was better, finally. First corner actually kind of right. second corner, not there. Not too bad though. Bump it, bump it. Good job. A bit of a correction dance going on with the wheel. Right. Come on. Stopped it, yes. Stopped it a bit too much that time. Yeah, I'm going to make up for this first race disaster with hopefully a win here if we can keep this going.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so far.
There we go, wrong gear, but there we go. Not a bad line that time either. Oh, steady on. No, keep going a little bit wide there. Oh, it's too long a message. I haven't got a long enough straight to read that. Don't feel so bad now about my pit stop. So no, bloody hell. I think everyone's probably done it by the look of it. But one of the failures, I was speeding in the pits, which disqualifies you. Not stopping in the box properly. Not stopping the engine if you've got it on auto engine start and stop. Manual even. There's a category of mistakes to be made in the pits by the look of it. Getting into the pits without crashing as well, always a bit tricky on some tracks. In fact, is the pit window open yet? No, I don't think it is. I nearly went off reading that. Yeah, who'd have thought the hardest bit to a racing game is bloody getting the pit stop right. I love that corner, I don't know why, it's an awesome corner, is that? I need to stop reading the comments. Unless I've got it in a perfect straight line anyway. That was a bit close to the wall. Shifting up to second too early on exit. Alright. There's a fine line between revving this car out and actually hitting the limiter. I've noticed when I do try to go that little bit higher in the revs, I just hit the limiter all the time. Especially in first gear as well, you hit the limiter really quickly. Point taken though, I will try that. about as much curve as you want to take. If you're talking about that corner, I've been short shifting through there just to keep it settled. If you're talking about that corner in particular, I have been actually short shifting on purpose through there into second and third to just keep the car settled, so I can just keep my foot planted rather than having to feather the throttle through the sweeping right-hander. So if it's that bit that's caught your eye, then there is method to my madness. Morning, Billy. I'll get myself a trophy as well if I get this. Right, I'm going to pit this lap. I'm pretty sure he just said pit windows open this lap, so oh god, that was slow. Nearly stopped then. Yeah, it says at the top pit window open. What was that? The guy that does the talking, is that actually that clear or loud? I miss a lot of what he says. The guy on the radio, or what's meant to be on the radio. Maybe I've got the volume a little bit mixed up. Can't quite hear it because of that. No, let's pit. Hopefully get everything right. Just talk through it as we do it. Right. Get into the pits for a start without speeding. So I've got to stop at this marker more or less, get right down. Is that slow enough? I hope that was slow enough. Miss that wall. And then stop in the box. I don't think I've really got to press anything. Is that it? Valid. I've just killed my car too early. I didn't know that button killed my car. Right, can I just roll in? I won't worry about that. My car's stopped already, so I've just got to stop in the boxing fear. And go to work, boys. Do your stuff. Oh god. So it slowly pulls you up to where you should have stopped. Right. So all I've got to worry about is starting my engine and getting going again. Well, this has gone well, better than the other stop so far. So hopefully. Probably started it way too early, we'll probably get a penalty for that, but I want my engine started, ready to go.
Mandatory stop.
Oh, now I've got to start it again.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, right, still messed it up. So don't bother starting it because it drops you and it stops your engine, so then you've got to start it again, right. So still messed up a little bit on the end there. But better, it was better. I got through the pits with about a 45 second stop instead of 30 seconds. Well, I'm out third, so a bit of racing to do to try and regain first. Assuming these guys have pitted, maybe not.
Between those now closed.
Thank God for that, eh? Actually got it done. Incredibly slowly, but got it done. I need to turn this manual start off as well, it's too amazing. Just don't consider it stalling at certain points, and then all of a sudden you get caught out. Challenge accepted. sort of go in the pits. I want to race here. They're gonna. I reckon these guys sort to pit. Hope they're not though. I hope they're pitted. But I can't see it because I pitted on the first lap. You could do. Game is awesome for the fact I could drive on this all day. I could enjoy this for hours and hours and hours. Even on the same track in the same car, it's not a problem. It's still really good fun. Feels so good on the wheel. Gives you a lot of force feedback on this game. Feels really, really good. You can feel all the bumps and the curves, and you can even feel like the wheels spin through my pedals with little motors on the back of my pedals. You've got all sorts of things going on. Whoa, quick slide to catch there. Ooh, getting a little bit loose. Need to get back under control. I don't like that corner. You go a tiny bit deep into it. You can't actually see the apex because of the side pillar. Oh god. That's not the line. So it closes as well, I didn't realise that. Right, so there is just like a couple of lap window, is there just one lap window? Is there? No, it can't be. Right, so everyone has to pit roughly around the same time then. No, I carried 9 speed in but lost it all on the exit. Getting short shifting through there, so keep it planted on the right foot. I thought I had a sniff then, but nope. Didn't get anywhere near when it came to it. Come on, good exit. Here we go. Now I'll go over to the outside, but try and push him over to the left as much as possible. So he's really got to go defensive. And then I just get the second part of the chicane, and there we go, through we are. Just did that basically, no contact involved, but just forcing him over to the left hand side, so it's almost as though he's taking a really defensive line into the first part of that chicane. And then all of a sudden I've got all the momentum because I've taken a normal racing line just to be able to take the chicane as normal. So that's why he's miles behind all of a sudden as well. Little bits of racecraft here and there always pay off. Can we get the win back? How long have I got? 2 laps to catch the leader. I don't even know where to look for how long's left and all that. Still haven't worked out the screens properly. That was absolutely shocking into there. What a terrible line. No chance of catching the leader doing stuff like that. Oh my god, I've done it again. Oh no, 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 no. 2 really bad corners in a row. Lost my rhythm. I don't know how, because I didn't do anything really, but... Right, I've got to get second back now, never mind first. Oh, come on. Need a good exit out there to have chance down into here. It's not a bad overtaking spot down into this corner. Not ideal, but it's heavy on the brakes, so it's possible. Pushing a little bit too hard, need to calm down a little bit. Last lap, here we go. Can I do it? I'm not sure I can, if I'm honest. There's a bit of a gap to close, never mind trying the overtake. Getting the corners right might help this time though. Especially this one, I can gain so much time through here if I get it right. Oh, I've got a little bit deep. I feel like my tyres have deserted me a little bit. I don't know if they have. Doesn't really show you tyre wear too brilliantly, if there is any. Come on, second place please. Thing is, all these corners are pretty tricky to overtake through as well. Right up behind him, come on. Can I get the inside line? No, no gap for the inside.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I thought I was going, oh, just about getting stopped. Oh, just nicked the apex off him. Didn't actually hit him either, I don't know how I managed to avoid contact there, I thought I was going deep. Did actually just about get it stopped. Somehow. Just with pure belief. Faith. Shut your eyes and it works sometimes. Second in the end then, a good little battle towards the end. Good race.
Excellent job mate. P2. Bring it back to beat safely.
Yeah, I love this game already. It feels really good. And the racing is fun. It is, you've got to really put in the work, and the overtakes are not easy with the AI set at what it is. I think I could set it a little bit higher, but still not too bad, still pretty competitive. Right, the overtake machine. I want to have a look at this. Top qualifier, yeah. We get points for all that, I didn't realise all this. Am I getting bashed here? I'm probably losing my points here, getting bashed from behind. Should have had the win. Turns out I can't concentrate for 20 minutes. But there you go, got second. Quite happy with that, that was good. Oh, just realised where I put my glass. Yeah, that was fun, enjoyed that. Well, let's see where that puts me. Right, so I'll have a look at the replay a little bit. That's where it all went wrong for me. Pretty cool, these replays, though. A lot of options here. I haven't experimented yet, but there's a bit there that says save highlights as well, so I'm guessing you can just like, you can go into the replay at any point and save like a little chunk of it and then put it all together as a highlights thing at the end. Should be quite interesting to mess around with. It's quite good as well with the timeline at the top showing your lap 12, lap 13 and that kind of thing. So anyway, enough of the replay. Let's continue career, but I'm pretty much going to leave it there. I'm not going to do another set of races. Let's see where I am there for the next one. Brands Hatch performance test. Oh, so it's not an. Oh, it's not a. I might do that then, because that's not actually another race. It's just a little test, and I do love Brands Hatch. It's in light rain as well, and not really driven that much in the rain. I've had one little session in the rain, so be interesting. Is my battery gone? My battery's gone. Yeah, I can't see my messages anymore. My battery's gone on my phone, I'm afraid. And my charger's somewhere, God knows where. The wheel gets dusty sometimes. Right, the organisers have. Right, so drive around this quick as possible, I'm guessing. I guess we put the wet preset on and go for a little spin.
Green light, go, go, go. The team has organised a performance test at Brands Hatch. The track is rubbered in thanks to a track day in the previous weekend.
There we go.
It's hammer time. Be safe,
let's go out without the wipers on to start, see how it looks. Oh, that looks pretty cool with the rain moving across the screen, and that's even with the so-called bad frame rate and bad graphics of the PlayStation version. It don't look amazing. It would look a lot better probably on the PC, but still give you some kind of effect of blurriness as it's raining properly. Anyway, oh my god, the understeer. Okay. Right, this is going to be a bit different. So, understeer. I'm going to have to brake about here for this corner, but I'm not going to. Just try somewhere near the normal braking point. Oh my god. TT on 8 as well because of the, that's probably why as well. Traction controls on maximum because I put the wet weather preset on. Oh my god, it feels crap. Right, balls to that. Let's go for an aggressive setup, but with wet tyres on. The tyres aren't actually there. The tyres aren't actually under the tyre section, strangely. A bit odd. So that's all I'm going to change. A bit less fuel as well, don't need that much, I don't think. For a little bit of a test. So that's where you set up your pit stop fuel and strategy, right? So it's a number of pit stops, fuel to add tyre, right, I've got it now. Oh, itchy ear. Ow, 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 ow. Right, let's get this bad boy started again. I'm getting sick of starting this thing up. Wipers are already on, we're away. We've got wet tyres, but we've got the aggressive setup on. Into Druids. Brands Hatch, a very familiar track for most people who race on these kind of games. It's on a lot of games, pretty much every one in fact. It's a really, really good track as well. I really enjoy it. It's really up there as one of my favourites, as well as Donington and Alton Park for the British tracks. Knockhill as well in Scotland, an absolutely brilliant track. Small and simple but fun. Oh, turned in way too early. So it feels quite manageable at the rear. It just, you don't really have much steering input when you turn. I'm going to go get my charger so I can see the chat, otherwise you could be sending me a load of messages and I'm just a bit rude, isn't it, really? Just a bit rude, so it'll be 2 seconds. I kind of think I know where it is. Right. Down. Strange. What's going on? Right, there we go. Right, back to it. I'm going to say I'll do well to catch that. As a restart. In the way. Go around the last corner. Right, let's have a little restart then. Now we know what I'm in for as well, with the wet tyres. And the complete lack of any kind of front end.
Green light, go, go, go. The team has organised a performance test at Brands Hatch. The track is rubbered in thanks to a track day in the previous weekend. It's hammer time, be safe, consistent and as fast as you can.
So it says the track's rubbered in, so maybe I should be avoiding the racing line a little bit more than that, but so the idea in the wet is pretty much avoid the racing line, because that's where all the rubber is and that's where it's really slippery, you've got no grip at all. It is a bit strange doing it though, because it's completely counterintuitive to how you normally drive. You need to do it through there, Grey Mill Bend though, because that's too much. You just can't get turned into there. So see around the outside, is there any grip around the outside here? Surtees, didn't feel too bad actually. Oh, bloody hell. Oops. Completely my fault. I had 2 wheels on the grass as I got on the brakes then. School by error. This in-car view, keep forgetting sometimes that I've got a left-hand side that's possibly hanging over on the curbs and the grass. Come on phone, kind of watching my phone at the same time, look, turning on. What the hell is going on with my phone? I only want to see my messages. That's rubbish, the fact that you rev it out in neutral and chuck it into first, it doesn't even wheel spin. I'm sure it would do without the traction control on there. Oh my god. The understeer is horrible. Well, let's actually try lap then. Trying to avoid the racing line. Still waiting for my phone to load up, it's doing something stupid. Oh, this is just not enjoyable. I'm gonna restart again. Restart, reset my mind. Bloody not as fun in the wet straight away. No grip at all. You'd say about the tyre pressures as well, I might alter that. No, maybe not.
Green light, give it all you
might
can.
not be as effective in the rain.
The team has organised a performance test at Brands Hatch. The track is rubbered in thanks to a track meet the previous weekend. It's hammer time. Be safe, consistent, and as fast as you can.
Just put it in the pits. So you can get the wheel spin going. Yeah, you got anywhere near the apex, it just throws you off the apex almost because there's no grip there. So here, you've got to almost get over to the left hand side of it. And then here, almost overshoot the corner and then go wide and round. Down here it don't feel too bad actually. Cruising in. Oh no!
Some light damage on the front.
Turns out it's hard work in the rain. Good job this is a test and not a race. I'm going to go do a couple of laps at this and then I'm going to wrap it up I think. Go make something to eat. Still want to get my fries. My phone is on, right, whilst I'm on the straight, here we go, my phone has loaded up eventually. Oh my phone's almost quite quick. Just when you actually need it to be a bit quicker. No, of course not. Cheers for joining me, by the way, guys, as well. Massively appreciate it. I would have been... Oh, I've put my drink in the way again. I would have been here sat racing anyway, so it's good to have some company and someone to talk to along the way. Comments coming in. It's all good. Thank you very much. Right. Catch up with the messages in the rear view mirror race time. Ah, right. Yeah, I've noticed it says when the pit window is right at the top as well, above the rear view mirror. Yeah, I'll look out for that. Thank you, Della, thank you. Move your wine. It ain't wine. It's blackcurrant juice. I wish it were wine. How long were it there for? I thought it were only there for about 10 seconds. I must have left it there for ages. Anyway, right, I'm going to get a few more laps in, like I say, and then finish off. God, I forgot how loud it is. I'll pause it for a minute. Sat here shouting away. Oh yeah, that wasn't too bad through Paddock Hill Bend there. First corner, incredibly slow into Druid. Got there though. Wait for the understeer. Actually compensate for it by going slow enough. Definitely the outside line's faster around that one, even though it's still not fast, it's faster than than that line. Because you need the turning on that corner, specifically on that corner. You really need good turning at the front, and if you pick up the understeer, you've just got no chance. So, more important corner to try and miss the inside rubber line on, I guess. This one as well, tricky to miss it on there, I guess. Without cutting the curve, or taking a really weird odd line through there, but really hard to miss the normal racing line. Same through these corners. To actually keep off the racing line, difficult really. So it's incredibly slow in the wet. I'm sure I could find a lot more time, but for a first lap it feels like you've got to go cautious until you pick it up. See what the lap time is there. So 1:37. Sure I can beat that. 1:37.737. All the sevens. All about being neat and tidy really, and then maximising the exits as best you can. Quite good, not too bad. It takes a bit of getting used to this driving in the rain, but it's not, again, it's kind of intuitive, so once you get a little bit of a feel for it, you just get better and better. So it's not like you've got to learn a certain technique or anything, it's just, no, just go slow and feel for the grip. You just got to start, you just don't know how slow you've got to go when you first jump in the rain. But after a while it becomes quite evident. You're going wide every corner, you've got to go a bit slower. Is that a faster time? Only just if it is going to be. Not drastically faster. Pretty consistent actually, not far off. The other lap. Oh, too far out on the curb. On the brakes as well, couldn't get it turned in. I'm going to make this my last lap. In fact no, since I've already lost the time on this one, I'll do one more after this, try and improve. And then that's definitely it. And I'll bid you adieu and hope you have a good day. Imagine doing a 3-hour race in this, in the rain. No thanks. You know it'll happen as well when league racing starts on this. Some clever so-and-so will be thinking, oh yeah, for one of the races, if not a few of the races, we'll make it a wet race. And we're like, yeah, well, everyone will be up for it, and then it'll actually happen.
We have to repair the car.
And everyone will never want to do it again. I've just damaged my car, so that seems like the ideal time to end, even though I said I was going to do one more. Right, thank you very much for watching. Cheers for sticking with me, I really do appreciate it once again. Take care, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon for a bit more Assetto Corsa, because I'm certainly going to be playing a lot of this game. Bye for now.